Hey folks, JD here, and today we've got this. This is the WLToys PowerStar 2, otherwise known as the V988, and it is an outdoor helicopter. Right, okay, let's open this up and have a little look on the inside. So on the inside we get our standard manuals there, as well as we get a couple of other accessories. So we get a transmitter, which we'll come back and have a little look at in a bit, as well as we get our accessory pack. Oh, there we go. We get our USB charging cable, we get our battery in here, there we go. We also get our balance charger, which needs a little bit of force to come out, and then we have our helicopter, which has got two little ties. So you need to be very careful and snip one of the cables at the back and then snip the other one at the front there, and you should now find the helicopter comes out like that. Perfect. Right, let's tidy all of this up. Let's put that on the floor very gently, as I'm sure you heard. So there we go. What have we got? Well, before we get into any of the accessories or any other parts, let's have a little look at this helicopter. So again, flybarless. I do like the flybarless helicopters. They really do work extremely well and actually fly a lot better than the ones with a flybar. This is a little V988 and it's really sweet. So as with all WLToys helicopters, you can take off the nose cone should you want to access the motor as well as all the electronics in there as well. Now, one thing you will notice with this, the same as some of the other WLToys that we've looked at in the past couple of weeks, you will see that the main gear is uncovered underneath. There is nothing covering that, so be very careful. You should be okay on grass or on gravel or anything like that. Just make sure this little cog under here, these two, don't snap, don't bend. They have to be both attached at the same time in order for this to work, because the one drives the other, and the main gear drives the propellers. So without that, it isn't going to work. Looking at the propeller stalk, underneath here you'll see that there are a couple of servos. Be very careful when you transport this. Everything in here has to work perfectly in order for this to fly correctly. You have got servos at the top as well that tilt the propellers, so once again, be careful. We do have a small motor at the back as well. This is the 8520, and you will find that it is actually works pretty well. It's not fantastic, it doesn't stick, it doesn't jam, so honestly that's going to give you exactly what you need, and that is turning ability. So then we have quite a nice striking little front to it, and we have two little landing sprigs, which are actually quite soft and enough to give you a little bit of impact protection there when you come down. Now, if I put the battery in here as well, which fits in the front just under there, how much does this weigh? So your flying weight of this, battery included, is 44 grams. So as this is, I'm guessing this is a brushed motor. It doesn't say brushed or brushless on the outside. I'm going to go with brushed until I know better. Normally with brushless they have it plastered everywhere all over the box. This doesn't, so I'm going to say it's brushed. This, you will be able to go through a little breeze, a very gentle breeze, but honestly I wouldn't take this outside in any breeze whatsoever. Wait for a very still day before you fly it. I think you'll appreciate it a lot more in those environments as well. So that is the helicopter. Looks very, very nice. Feels very, very nice. Again, they are built to quite a high standard, these helicopters. I've thrown them about, I've crashed them, as I'm sure you've seen in the past, and they've always bounced back, and they've always worked really well for me. So that's the helicopter. Let's put that to one side. Next we have our manuals. So we have a little warning label here. Just take heed of the notices there. It's always good to read. And then, as with all WLToys manuals, I really do think these manuals are very, very good, and that's my honest opinion. As is with all of these videos that I do. This is a bilingual manual, and the thing I like about this so much is that it tells you in detail how to use the transmitter, how to fly the plane. When you hit a particular action on the transmitter, what the helicopter does in response to that, as well as the best part, which is, come on, the schematics, how this is built. This interests me no end, as well as you get the parts list and then the parts diagrams there as well, should you want to order more. Right, so that is your little manual as well. Always good to take note of that. Then you get some accessories. So what do you get? Well, pretty standard accessories in all honesty. You get your spare gear, you get your screwdriver, you get your spare two types of propellers, one for the rudder, one for the main part of the helicopter. You also get your Allen key. You get your battery. Now your battery is a 3.7 volt, 250 milliamp hour, quite standard battery there. Should give you 7 to 8 minutes of flight and charges within an hour to an hour and a half. You also get your little balance charger and your cable just to plug it all together. That's what it all looks like. The balance charger can charge 2 batteries, but you only get 1 with this pack. But if you do have another one, which is the same voltage, same amperage, as well as with the same connector on the end, then you can charge that and you can use that also. So that is the full accessory pack that you get there. But there is also one thing we haven't looked at, and that is the transmitter. Very standard transmitter, as I'm sure you've seen from all the other WLToys helicopters we've looked at. You've got your standard array of controls. So you've got your standard trim for crab and everything down the bottom. You have your standard movement throttle as well as your movement stick as well. You have your little telemetry screen here that just gives you battery and percentage of power that you are put in through these sticks. You also get your 2 shoulder buttons for hover as well as for rotation. You also get your LED there, which is your status indicator, as well as your on and off button. Now, as with all WLToys transmitters, they don't feel that hard. They feel really plasticky and really thin plastic, but honestly they work very well. I can't say enough good things about these transmitters. They do the job and do it well. 6 AA batteries are needed, folks, in order to charge this. You have got to ensure the batteries are fully charged or shop bought before you put them in. This transmitter does not allow USB charging of any sort, or mains charging of any sort, so the batteries in there have got to be new. Now, as I'm sure some of you will notice, this does have a charging cable port in the back, but no charging cable to charge your helicopter. So that is your transmitter. Very standard, good enough for the job, can't ask for anything better. So this is what we get. We have our helicopter, we have our transmitter, we also have our manuals, and we have our accessory packs and batteries. All in all, a very cheap price. You'll find the information in the description should you want to look at this in a bit more detail. I think it's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about WLToys helicopters. I think they're very, very good indeed. Well, I hope you've enjoyed, folks. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.